YouTube but for therapists, because number one, um, number one asset for a lot of, or for all therapists and private practice specifically, it is visibility. It is visibility, and YouTube can be that visibility factor. So this episode is going to be highly practical. If you're watching me on Instagram, I highly recommend you to just go ahead and head out to my YouTube channel, Heart and Profit Podcast, because I will be sharing my screen and I will be showing you a few examples. If you're listening to me on the podcast, you can absolutely use audio version 100%. But if you want to see the numbers, if you want to see the channels, if you want to see the examples, it is available on my YouTube channel, Heart and Profit Podcast. So now I want to start with that. Visibility. I think visibility for any business owner is number one. Is number one asset, and is number one challenge. And for therapists is also, it is a challenge, and it is a priority. And visibility, I want to flip it on its head a little bit. Visibility is not just to be profitable in your business, but visibility so your clients who are looking for therapists, who are going through a tough time in their business because you started this career to help people. And the majority of a lot of people in the United States, at least, and it's similar to in other countries too. A lot of people in the United States are not equipped to know how to find a therapist. Psychology today may or may not provide really great results. Insurance panels or insurance websites may not provide great results. Like, I mean, if you ever was seeking a therapist, it is quite challenging. And the more visible you are for your people who are looking for therapists, the more you say, hey, I'm a licensed therapist and I'm taking clients, the more people will find you, and the more clear you are in your marketing, who you serve, where you serve them, how to get in touch with you, the more people may be finding the therapist that they're looking for. And this is the premise of YouTube. I want to tell you a little bit of a background about myself, how I started on YouTube. I started on YouTube in 2017, and I will show you today my new YouTube channel for my private practice as a hypnotherapist, gay hypnotherapy. It is the name of the channel because I serve gay men as a hypnotherapist. But before I do that, I'm going to take you on a journey. You don't have to be good at making videos to be on YouTube. And there's a very distinct differentiation. Being good at making video, which if you have never made a video on YouTube, you're probably not good at it, and that's okay. And another factor, I do not like, I do not want, I do not desire. Everything in me just resists, and I just don't want to do it. Fine, don't do it. But if you don't want to do it because you're not good at it, get over yourself. Because in 2017, I made a huge career pivot. I pivoted into tech, and I was like new career, right? Like before that, I was in behavioral health services. I was in mental health. I not too long ago immigrated to the United States, and I was transitioning from like like mental health, youth counseling, case management, social services. I moved to another state. That added on to it. And I was like, I started a new career, and one of the tech mentors or tech influencers suggested, like, hey, why don't you start a YouTube channel? In fact, he made a YouTube video and he said every software developer should have a YouTube channel. Why it matters to you as a therapist? Here's why. Uh, the visibility of it all. Yeah, in 2017, people say it was easier to get on the YouTube and be noticed. Like, I don't know. Like, I haven't noticed that. Like, it was not easy for me. But what was easy, when people were looking specifically for what I was doing in tech, they were landing on my YouTube channel. They were landing on my page. They were landing on my content. And I was one of the very few candidates who had visibility. Now, time passed and I got a lot better at YouTube, which I'm going to show you my new channel like here shortly. Time passed, and YouTube actually helped me with my business, with my coaching business. Listen, when I went through whole divorce and identity crisis, and like, who am I? And why am I here? And like, what am I doing with my life and stuff like that? I was posting on YouTube my videos about career, about my offer, about my coaching offer, and people would come and people like um, a portion of the traffic was coming from YouTube. And that was also a part of the visibility. Now, for therapists, why YouTube can be a really good asset? Because on the one important thing that I want to drive home uh, with the recent um, with the recent craziness on the threads with Therapy Jeff, with like, I think a lot of mental health influencers make statements that are problematic to say the least. And every time it happens, there is a discussion. Should be a therapist be on social media? Should be a therapist be on social media? Like, is it okay to have a YouTube channel? Like, we're not influencers, blah blah blah. Like, no, therapists should absolutely, like, I believe if you run a business, you should be on social media. Whether it is YouTube or not, it's up to you. But YouTube, that is actually a really solid clinical asset for psychoeducation. And I'm going to show you examples of psychoeducation here in a little bit. But it is a great asset for psychoeducation. And it's a great asset for visibility. And I'm gonna show you my channel. So and if you are watching me anywhere else, but if you're watching me not on LinkedIn or in YouTube, so I want you to come here, and this is my new channel. This channel is called Gay Hypnotherapy because I'm serving gay men as a hypnotherapist. I have license in Washington State as a registered hypnotherapist. But the thing is, like, I'm going to show you a little bit of analytics. This is a brand new channel. This channel is literally a month and a half. 8,000 views, 30 hours watch time. And for like, I do like shorts definitely perform like a little bit better, but like they're also like really great long-term videos. And when it comes to, and I'm going to show you on examples for other therapists too, the videos that perform really well. And it's not necessarily what is like depression, what is this disease, what is this, what is that. The videos that perform really well, and if you are on YouTube and if you are a therapist and you say and you think, well, shit, my YouTube is not really doing that well, and we're gonna dive into YouTube strategy just in a little bit. And I'm gonna give you as much strategy as I possibly can. But the piece here is not necessarily give them a lecture, but rather uh, meet them where they're at. And in terms of meeting where people are at, I'm going to show you a few examples. So this is another. This is a licensed therapist, Michael Pizzullo, and this is his channel, Therapy for Gay Men. Like, and he talks about mental health challenges, but he also, like, what I like about his channel, and this is, I think it's a beautiful idea. He talks about therapy and psychology and mental health, but for his community, for gay men that he serves. Okay. What about straight people and like more like non-LGBTQ community? Cathy Morton. I've been following Cathy since I don't know, like since I moved to the US, probably 12 years right now. And she has a lot of videos, psychoeducation, uh, and her video is evolved too. Like her, like just like the conversations that she's been having, like that is absolutely phenomenal. And her video is performing well. And um, Michael has 19,000, almost 20,000 followers. She has 1.52 million subscribers as a therapist. Now, disclaimer, I don't know how their business is doing. Like, I don't know if they're running profitable or not profitable business. I don't know the bit, like, they're not my clients. I did not teach them how to do YouTube. They're not my clients. But this is what is possible. This is what is available. This is like different ways to show up on YouTube. Another Denise, another licensed therapist. I'm new to her and I discovered her on Threads, and she has 22,000 subscribers and she is a YouTuber. And it brings me so much joy. And she does breakdowns for like different mental health challenges, different social challenges. She focuses on mental health, Black community. Like I like her content. I really like on all social media channels. Like she has also really fantastic sense of humor, in my opinion. But it's more like it is more general public related. She does review for the shows. She does all of those things. Now, for YouTube, what is important when it comes to YouTube? Your title. And YouTube is very demanding platform. Okay, I'm not gonna say that like, yeah, all those therapists doing amazing things on YouTube, and you can do it too. You can do it too. It's like it is a challenging platform. It is a challenging platform, but it is a rewarding platform. So, one thing to remember with YouTube specifically is your titles and thumbnails. And what I like about YouTube, I'm gonna show you here. Where is that? I'm gonna show you a trick. Like if you don't want to pay for any tools, I'm gonna show you a little bit. So there is a Ask AI, and Ask AI is this chatbot. This is AI chatbot, and you can literally strategize your titles. It can create thumbnails, but like it's this AI tool is not perfect, but it can sometimes generate really beautiful thumbnails for you. Sometimes, not all the time, but at least if not, generate thumbnails for you, but give you an idea how to create thumbnails. So, for example, um, I like this is one of my thumbnails, gay in promotion, because I recently posted a video on my channel. And for gay hypnotherapy channel, I focus on day to day problems that gay men are experiencing, relationship, sexual aspect, psychological aspect, career, business, like what we live on everyday basis. And this is my branding logo, and also like on the on the YouTube side of things, this is how my YouTube channel looks like, right? It is very consistent, and it's like, you know, it's a hit or miss, right? Like my video for conversion therapy brought 243 views, like 9 views, 20 views. Game promotion so far in 2 days, 1 view. Like, and here's a harsh truth about YouTube. You can seek validation from social media and think that social media is going to validate your feelings. This is not what social media is all about. Social media is for marketing, and there will be good content that you put out there. Absolutely good messaging, good content, good effort, and it will flop, and it will be zero viewers. And that's okay. And that's okay. Why it is that because you will create another video, and maybe over time that video will pick up. So this is the power of YouTube. And again, if you don't like being on video, not because you are uncomfortable with video, but because legitimately you rather write than speak on camera, don't be on YouTube, because it's not the only one. It's not the only way to be on social media. It's not the only way to get visibility. There are other ways to get visibility through other channels. Use other channels. So now, if you are a therapist, and why am I showing these examples? This is something that I historically would do with subject matter experts, with business owners. And in 2026, I'm heavily focusing on therapists. The founder rate, it is like, this is this is something that I've never done before. It is $3,000. It is one-on-one services, and we work on your messaging. We work on your positioning. We work on your marketing. We work on your business structure. I work with solo practitioners, therapists who would like to like address things like income diversification, speaking on stages, starting podcast. And it's not just speaking on stages, starting podcasts just to do more things because like it's like you are not already busy enough seeing clients. No, it's deciding how to bring more joy, how to bring more peace, how to bring more wholeness in your private practice because you didn't start your private practice to like just be on the struggle bus because this is a very, very, very prominent money story that a lot of that we hear in therapy circles. This is something that I've been hearing in therapy circles as long as I've been a therapist. In Russia, when I moved to the United States, it was especially more prevalent in the US. It's like, you want to make money as a therapist? No, like you got to do something else because we don't do money. We just make a difference and we sacrifice and we save the world and we make the difference and we go to all the populations that like um, need our help and savings. And I believe that therapists can do more. Like, definitely, there are places like that, people who need immediate support. There are therapists, there are places like that. And what I like about one psychologist that I recently listened to, she keeps her rate quite affordable, but she also does a lot of books and trainings and masterminds and other things to make her business profitable, doing lectures and stuff like that. And if it is you, more power to you. And if it is not you, if you say, hey, you know what, like I started my because private practice, when you start private practice, it's a business. And the job of the business, therapy business, not therapy business, is to be profitable. And this is what I would like. This is what I do in my work with subject matter experts, with therapists, with consultants. Uh, and the work is absolutely transformational because one, it's not group coaching. You're not going to be on a call with like 15, 20, 30 people at a time waiting for your turn to speak. And it's on a schedule that works for both of us, for you and for me. You can get help and accountability in between session. I'm working closely with you on your business. This is accountability moment. This is personalized support moment. I'm not just bringing business strategies because what I learned on on my from my business is just if you're not operating from the place of self leadership, you can build self led practice. You constantly gonna be in operation. You constantly gonna be in a burnout state, and also like that will show up in your marketing. And this is why I love the idea and philosophy of IFS. It's not IFS therapy, but it's like the philosophy of bringing more self energy and reconciling your part and also collaborating with your parts that are absolutely healthy, absolutely creative, and want to help you. That is also on the table in IFS. We often talk about parts that are um, managers or more protective parts, protectors. We talk about firefighters, parts that are reactive, and we don't talk about productive parts a lot because they're not causing problem and then therapy if we don't address that. But in coaching and consulting, bringing the parts that can bring you ideas, that can bring you breakthroughs, that are absolutely healthy, that absolutely like work with your self energy and bring self energy to all of your parts to be one inside, from session to session, from strategy to strategy. This is what builds successful business, in my opinion. And this is something that this is this is something that I deeply believe in. This is a new iteration of my program as well, and it's for founder rate. It's for $3,000, and Klarna is available. And what is so essential for me, it is because it is personal, right? And I've been working with other subject matter experts. I've been working with other business owners, but therapists, especially right now, when the time is so heavy, when there's a lot of reasons in the world, and from and for professionals who have masters and doctoral level degree education, went through 3 hours of, of supervision, if not more. Many of you have multiple credentials, multiple certifications and licensing. And for therapists, mental health professionals, not making the money that you invested in yourself and for the transformations that you deliver to other people, it doesn't sit well with me. And this is why I do what I do. And this is why I show up every week on my live streams, on my social media, and talk to therapists like, hey, like, there is another way. There is another way to build profitable practice. There is another way to build life and business by design that you want. There is another way to build your business from self energy. And this is why it matters. If you're looking for a mentor, send me a DM. It's just one conversation away. I will leave the links in the description for this video. If you it, and again, the process is really simple. You send me a DM on LinkedIn or Instagram. You say I'm interested. Uh, we're gonna talk either in the DMs, or if you need a call with me, if you need if you need to get on a Zoom call, we're gonna get on the Zoom call. Because listen, if I can help you, if I understand that I can help you, I will tell you, because this is my reputation. And like ethics is something at the core of my being, right? And you know it well, because people who go into profession of like in helping profession, we do, like, normally vast majority of us, we do have really strong ethics. All right, my friends,